when you're taking a mock, you have to completely cut off from the entire universe for these 2 hours. These 2 hours you're gonna devote for that particular mock. Don't think about what's happening outside. This way you can do true justice to your time and your dedication towards like taking mocks. What happened in the previous sections, I am not bothering about too much my performance in VRC or DLR when I'm attempting quant. It's like for packet of 340 minutes sections. So assume that you are writing 3 sectional mocks combined in one go, right? You might have a rough day and would have done really bad in DLR, which might affect your quant percentile, right? So, and you know that if you've done bad in DLR, even after that, if you do perform really well in quant, you can get a good percent. Thereafter, try and solve some questions very like rapidly you can do by option elimination. So if I feel that I'm able to eliminate 2 options, this question is something which I have to attempt, and I can do it. You'll get the feeling when you're attempting a lot of mocks, while you're preparing for the D-Day. Use these buttons, which comes in handy, which indicates have you attempted a question, you have answered the question, you have answered but mark for review, you have not answered, and you're gonna see it later on. These are the options which are going to improvise your score. So there's a basic I have to put it in a very neat manner. These are things which will push your score from 30 to 60. Getting 30-35 marks is like kind of an easy task. You complete your basics, you can get it. Then you have to push your score towards 60, and these things comes handy for that. Try and see if you can avoid the calculator. Like if I have to obviously do 154 into 178, then it is advisable to use calculator. But if you have to do 15 into 17, then I would say don't use calculator. Use your able to do it mentally. There's no harm. For engineers, it might be a bit easier, but if you have a different background and you still feel that I'm more comfortable using calculator, then you should go with the calculator. But yeah, it is advised. For each and every questions, you can have ABC approach. People call it ABC. People call it a good cross and circle approach. You can call it anything. Approach remains same. So this is like 3 iteration approach. First, out of these 26 questions, say it very comfortably that 12 to 14 questions will fall within iteration 1, which are like you are able to solve it immediately, and these questions should not take a minute or half, not more than that. These are easy questions. You have to pick easy ones first, and you will be able to do this thing very comfortably only when you attempted a good number of sectional tests. Like look at the question and feel that okay, I'm gonna do it, I can do it. So that's how you go about it. Then there will be questions which are like, I can do it, but it's gonna take time, right? I know the concept, but it might be a bit on difficult side, gonna take my 2-3 minutes. So I might not want to solve it immediately, but I'll have a look about it. So mark it for the review. And then there will be some questions which are like, okay, this is going up above my head. I don't know the concept. I don't know the topic from the question. So you are probably gonna either incorrectly solve it or gonna waste your time on that. So my advice is to skip that. Okay, so first go through like some question, figure out 13-15 questions which are easy ones, low hanging fruit we call them, and then plug them, take your 20-25 minutes, then go for the medium ones, and then even after that, if you have time, go for the difficult ones. This way you should be able to hit 20 questions in a paper very easily. But to figure out those low hanging fruits, need to work really hard on like in sections. And after that, if you have a minute left, right? So I generally do not advise to guess for theta questions. So what happens that people take it very seriously. So say like you have 5 minutes left, you'll think about it. Okay, let me go through the theta questions. I'll guess, since there's nothing to lose, I'll waste my 5 minutes over there. It shouldn't be this way, right? Because you're wasting 5 previous minutes. In those 5 minutes, you must have solved do MCQ questions. But if things are like you have a minute left and you don't even know what the question says, what like you don't have any review question left, so in that 1 minute left you can go for the Tita question. But if you have like 4 minutes left and then you think like, let me go through Tita questions, then shoot the arrow in the dark, very rarely you will feel that you will get Tita question correctly without even reading it, right? So a minute left, you can do it. 3-4 minutes left, I will advise you to go through a MCQ question. Might be more fruitful. Thank you very much to all of you to listening to me very patiently, and all the very best for your all your future interviews.